the Wawayonda shelter where I spent the night last night. We tented just a little ways down behind the shelter, down where mud bug is getting ready to go. And it wasn't a terrible tent site. It's not bad at all actually, except that I had a recurring problem when it rains real hard of getting water in the bottom of my tent. And we had a bear box, that was also very nice. So anyway, I get water in the floor of my tent, and I literally, it's like buckets. I was wiping it up in the middle of the night with my camp towel, trying to squeeze it out, but it's really been a problem sporadically when it rains heavy. So with temps dropping, that's a real concern for me, safety concern. My quilt was getting wet, and wasn't happy at all about that. So I reached out to Nemo this morning and sent them an email. I had asked a rep about the problem way back at Trail Days in the spring, and he said the only option for me would be to send the tent back and they could look at it under warranty, but obviously not having a shelter is not an option for me on the AT. So I'll see what they say, and maybe they can send me a loaner tent or something, but definitely don't like the idea of being wet. I mean, my quilt was wet, my sleeping pad was wet, everything that wasn't in my backpack got wet, and my backpack itself got wet, so really pretty miserable. But thank goodness it's you know, in the 50s right now, so it's not freezing cold. And I'm hoping if the rain lets up a little bit that we'll get a little bit of sun, or at least some breeze, where I can stop midway on the hike and get things dried out before tonight, because the temps are going to drop tonight. The hike yesterday was pretty challenging, as I showed in some of my clips, and yeah, it wasn't wicked ups and downs, but just the rocks and the wetness made it not easy for the 14 miles that we did. Today we may try to get close to 17, but we're just going to see how things go. There was a shelter at 12, and I slipped and fell in a horribly stinky mud puddle yesterday about a mile out from camp, and oh, yuck. It was awful. But I got cleaned up at the next stream, and the one thing I did notice is that I landed hard on my knee and kind of jacked it up a bit, so it's not feeling great this morning, but hopefully just a little bit of hiking will get the kinks out and make it feel better, because I certainly don't want to be dealing with a knee issue. So that's the second of my complaints. I'm good. Wet tent, sore knee, and I still haven't got my phone fixed, because when I went to Apple I discovered that although I thought I had Apple Care on my phone from when I purchased it, I do not. So they wanted $169 to fix the screen, and I didn't want to do that, knowing that I'm still out on the trail and I might drop it and break it again. So I'm going to wait till I get back, but I am having some issues with the touchscreen now because of that. So I'm having a few challenges with texting and email and video and all that kind of stuff, but I'm getting it done. So anyway, those are my 3 complaints for the day. They're out of the way. Hopefully things will look up from here, and it will be a good day, a dry day, a pretty day, and hopefully we'll get as far as we would like to go. There's a little marsh over there that looks real pretty in the morning with the mist over it. And I just came through a section like this. I don't know how much I've shown that, but it's kind of like mud, only the water's clear. But it's almost impossible to keep your feet dry. The water, actually, if you walk through it, is a good 6 to 8 inches deep, but it's a bit challenging. And here's another rain challenge. This itself is not a stream. It's flowing downhill into a stream, but again, navigating around and staying dry is next to impossible. The stream itself is actually nice to look at, and the blazes go that way, so I think I crossed it on a footbridge in a little bit. I could be wrong. Just have to get up there and find out myself. And more water. It's gonna be one of those days where we're swimming down the trail. Well, I looped back to the creek and there is no footbridge. That is where I think you would normally cross. But it doesn't look good, so I'm gonna wait for mudbug and explore the options here for maybe getting across a little further upstream if the rocks are better, but it won't be fun if either one of us falls in. Well, I checked gut hooks again, thank goodness. I was wrong. There is a bridge down the road here. That's a single blaze behind me, not a double blaze pointing me towards the creek. And I think that the path that I followed down to the creek was actually one that people use just to get water. So it pays to pay attention. sometimes I don't. I know sometimes I get a little distracted in my own thoughts. So anyway, I'm glad that I double checked. I'm gonna head down the stream and get across. That's the trail. Well, there's an interesting walk. I wonder what's through that hidden passageway. Does it lead to another world? I don't know. Okay, this is a large stream, and Gaddick says we're supposed to cross on that little bridge right there. It's pretty much swept away except for the cord holding it down. And with all this rushing water, I'm not brave enough or dumb enough to try to cross, so I have to figure out a plan B. Okay, so we are at the trailhead at Barrett Road waiting for a ride. We decided our plan B would be going to a hotel. Happy mud bug. We're gonna get dry. Yeah, since I got so soaked last night, and then we'll figure out how to get back on the trail at the next. Well, here we are at the Warwick Inn. We lucked out. We got a great shuttle ride from Dorothy, who owns the Mountain View Farm B&B, but she had guests tonight, so she couldn't take us, but she does shuttle. And we are here. You can just see all of our gear is all being dried out. It's good to not be soggy anymore and just chill. I'm like curled up under my quilt, which has been through the dryer and gotten all puffed up and dry again because it was soaking last night on the sides from touching down in the water in my tent. So nice to dry out. We'll be back on the trail first thing in the morning.